In this video, we're going to be talking about how to start an LLC in the state of Pennsylvania, the necessary documents and filings that you need, the what to do if you're rejected, state compliance that you need to do every 10 years in this state, which is different, and your tax election options once the formation has happened. We consider the necessary items to be what is necessary to open a bank account for a business. That is the state filing with the state, EIN with the IRS, and the legal documents that you handle on your own. So the state filing, EIN, and your legal documents are the holy trinity of what you need to open a bank account in the state of Pennsylvania. The name of the state LLC filing is the certificate of organization. You file this with the state. The fee is $125. You can file it online. You can set any date in the future as your start date. So let's say it's June 1st of one year, but you don't want to start until January 1st. You can file it today, pay for it today, but set that start date in the future. The turnaround time is 7 business days, but that can always take longer. Let's say a flu goes through the state examiner's office. It can always take longer, so plan ahead. Name selection, common sense type stuff. You can't be Amazon LLC in the state of Pennsylvania. You can't be ABC Tile Incorporated LLC. You can't have a corporation name in an LLC name. You have to have a unique name. Registered agent. This is, again, standard stuff. Every state requires this. It is a physical address in this state of Pennsylvania where a constable can come and deliver mail or a lawsuit to you in person Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. You cannot be a P.O. box. You can hire a third-party service to do this. Better Legal provides that. If you want privacy, you're going to have to use a separate third-party address. If you've got a disgruntled customer, you don't want them having your physical address, which is public on the state's website. Delivery of your state filing is via email. If you are rejected, when you are refiling, upload your rejection letter as an attachment with the filing in order to avoid getting charged again. This is non-refundable, so don't mess up because you're going to get charged twice. This is actually decennial report, so that should be a C there. This is very unique. In this state, you only have to file your state compliance report. Usually it's an annual report, but this time it's a decennial report. Sorry about that. Every 10 years. And this is, you pay $70, that's the fee, and you file it every 10 years ending in 1. So like 2021, 2031. And you got to do it just before the end of the year. There's no due date, just before the end of the year on the year that ends in 1. After you get your state filing back, your certificate of organization back from the state of Pennsylvania, and only after you get that back, do you file your EIN? Why? Because if you get rejected for a name, you want ABC Tile, but you can't get it, and they say you can't have it, you got rejected, but you've already filed your EIN with ABC Tile, you've got a name discrepancy between the state and the IRS. That's a problem. So you wait until you get that state filing back and approved. You do not need to be an employer. You can be by yourself and still need an EIN. It's just a terrible name. It is an FEIN, a federal tax ID. The reasons you need this are to pay your taxes with the IRS when you start making money. A bank is going to require you give them an EIN number to open a bank account. If you are a vendor for someone else, they're going to ask you for a W-9 so they can file with the IRS later on and report you. Common everyday business. But if you don't want your Social Security number on that document, you use your EIN instead. So it's for privacy. The EIN is basically just the Social Security number of your business. You cannot carry this over from another business. If you've been a sole proprietor for years and you want to open an LLC now because you've been told that it's a good idea or you've decided it's a good idea, you cannot use your EIN from your sole proprietorship in the new business. New business equals new EIN. After you get those things done, the last thing to do that is often overlooked is get the legal documents. And an LLC is called an operating agreement. You do not want to skimp out on this. You do not want to download a free template. You go on and get one from a lawyer or from a formation service like Better Legal if you're going through us. It defines the the operators, managers or operators, the operators and the owners of the business. It is the only thing that determines the proof of ownership in your business. Let's say you start the business, but then you have someone helping you for 10 years and they say that you're a partner, that y'all are partners. Where's the document that proves that you're the only owner? If you do have partners, you have investors, this provides the rules of the business. So if there's a dispute, this is what determines how disputes get handled. Again, often overlooked. A lot of people start by themselves and then later on have partners or investors and bring on other people to help, and then they don't have this crucial document. So make sure you do this when you get everything else done. After you get all of that done, after you get those 3 documents handled and filed, you are now by default with the IRS. The IRS does not have an LLC classification. They never have. If you are by yourself in a business, in an LLC, they're going to default you as a sole proprietor tax classification. 2 or more people, you're going to be a partnership. You can choose to be an S Corp or a C Corp through a tax election form. You can do that 2 months and 15 days after the initial formation, or 2 months and 15 days every calendar year. So January 1st to March 15th of every year. So let's say you are just running the business for years and you're not really making any money. It doesn't really make sense to be an S Corp. But then all of a sudden you start making a lot of money. Your CPA says, hey, maybe you need to file to elect to be an S Corp now. You can do that between January 1st and March 15th of any year. So that is everything you need to know to file and start an LLC in the state of Pennsylvania. More information in the description below. Thanks for joining.